Another earthquake shook parts of North Texas this morning, the third in less than 36 hours. All three were centered in Irving. The first Saturday night, another Sunday afternoon. The last one happened just after 7 o'clock this morning. Now, some people are almost without running water. NBC5's Kevin Coakley is live in Dallas with more. Kevin?
Brian, the experts here at SMU are tracking those quakes with two more, as you say, so far since the biggest one on Saturday night. Water started gushing from beneath Portales Lane in Irving after the first earthquake. A magnitude 3.3, strong enough to break the 2-inch water main below the private street.
Just before it started, the dog started barking, and it just shook a whole lot, and then it was over.
Running water is reduced to just more than a trickle inside the 5 dozen units at the Del Paseo townhomes until property owners can make repairs.
We've got some slab leaks out here because it's part of what this property deals with, and there's a particular plumbing system that deals with that.
Neighbors for blocks around also felt Saturday's quake, many calling Irving 911.
There must have been an explosion, yeah.
I think it was an earthquake. We're trying to figure it out.
But I kind of got scared a little. My heart started beating fast, and I kind of panicked, but okay.
Seismologists at SMU are tracking North Texas earthquakes, with 5 reported so far this month in Irving.
Yeah, kind of unusual, but that doesn't mean that it's not natural and that there are small earthquakes across the United States.
That broken water line in Irving, that's not going to be fixed until tomorrow. That's when the private property managers expect to have a crew on site to dig it up and repair it. Live.
Overnight, another earthquake shook the ground in Irving.
Yeah, this is the 4th quake to hit that same area in the last 3 days. We want to get right out to NBC5's Jeff Smith. Jeff, where was this one centered?
Well, this earthquake's epicenter, Mark, was very close to the Dr. Pepper bottling plant here in Irving. You can see some of the trucks behind me getting ready to head out to their morning shipments. This is very close to the old Texas Stadium all around Irving. And this is the 4th earthquake to hit this area since Saturday night. You may remember and probably felt that 3.3 magnitude one from late Saturday night. That one many people felt on the ground. Now, there were less powerful ones Sunday afternoon, another one Monday morning, and then again very late last night, close to midnight. This one was a magnitude 2.3. So the U.S. Geological Survey estimates only people on upper floors of buildings may have felt some light shaking, some vibrations. But the Irving area has been rocked by several earthquakes in recent months. There have been several between September and now the end of November. In the past, the State Railroad Commission has not been able to conclusively say why there are clusters of earthquakes in North Texas. They have said, when asked, they cannot conclusively link fracking in the area to earthquakes. They say that more study needs to be done to determine the impact of drilling for natural gas and these earthquakes. But again, Irving right now rocked by these recent quakes. Thankfully, no reports of damage from this one.
Hundreds report mystery explosion in Manchester, England, November 25th, 2014. Salford remains unexplained. Hundreds of people took to social media to describe hearing a loud bang at about 22:30 GMT on Monday. Firefighters were called after a report in the West area of Salford, but later admitted they couldn't find no evidence of a fire or any other disturbance. Shani Don Howell posted on Twitter, "Everyone in Manchester okay? Loud bang in Salford could be anything." Lana Habal posted, "Everyone is talking about a loud bang in Manchester. I hope nobody is hurt." Francis Jenkins, another Twitter user, said there had been disturbances to television and mobile phone networks. A spokesman for Greater Manchester Police said they had found no evidence of any disturbance.
Telling you about a big bang next, though. Authorities in the UK have so far made no comments still about an explosion last night in North Yorkshire. It happened in an area of a large army training centre and led to the partial closure of one of Britain's main motorways. Laura Smith's across this and the mystery that, as we speak even now, continues. Still no clear cut about what happened here. What are the thoughts then?
Well, it is a mystery. I mean, the only real thing that we know for certain is that a member of the public called the local police in North Yorkshire and said that they had heard an explosion around about 3 a.m. on Saturday morning. There are no eyewitnesses that have come forward so far, only this report. The police are unable to establish whether there has in fact been an explosion, and crucially in this area where it actually was. And the reason that's key is because it's in the vicinity of Catterick Army Base, which is the UK's largest army training centre. It covers an area of almost 2,500 acres, and there are 13,000 military personnel, civilian staff and their families and dependents living in the area. The police actually recently have released a statement, and they say they still don't know whether there was an explosion. They're focusing on the area outside the barracks in their searches, but they're not ruling out that it could have come from inside the barracks. Also, though, in this area there are a lot of mines, both old mines and still operational. So it's not impossible that it could have been a sort of a mining explosion, a build-up of gas, something that happens during the natural mining process. Again, we don't know that. The police, however, are taking this very seriously. They've closed this 6-mile stretch of the A1, which is the second major road that joins the south of the country to the north of the country. Obviously, that's caused enormous chaos in the area, and that road and the surroundings are being guarded both by police and army personnel as well. We've spoken to a number of authorities in the area to try to establish some kind of timeline of events, the garrison itself, the local council, the National Grid, but so far nothing, unfortunately. But it is worth noting very tentatively that it's unsurprising how seriously the police are taking this, given that Britain is now on its second highest terror alert, severe, and has been since August. And of course, it's just a few days since Monday when the Home Secretary Theresa May said that Britain was facing its most serious threat of terror ever.
Of course, another thing to put into the pot as well, Laura, while you're there, I don't know if you remember, well, I think it's just about 6 weeks ago, a lot of phone calls coming in from Kent. It was all to do with a sonic boom with some RAF jets that went across at the time. Maybe something like that. Well, we'll let you go and squirrel away some more, try and find some more details. Hopefully we'll have the answer to what this was by the end of the day. Laura Smith, part of our team in London. Thank you.